Hey, what's up, my wonderful, beautiful people? How y'all doing today? Come across this. He just let it out about an hour ago. It says, your vocabulary is racist. You need to decolonize your tongue. So, who better than a white man to react to this? See what we got here, guys. Sorry, I'm sweating. I just got done moving lawnmowers, all kinds of stuff. I'm dying.
So every week or so, we have a new list that comes out of things that are now considered as racist. For example,
AKA, it means absolutely nothing. The more they wear this word out, the less it ever means. Talking about crying wolf. Yeah, you know the old saying, the little boy that cried wolf, it was a prank. So all the townspeople would come to save them from a wolf. There was no wolf. And then finally, when there's an actual wolf, they did not come because it didn't mean nothing. That is what's happening today in real life.
we had math, the SAT score, and the IQ test.
How is math racist? It is numbers. It is things that are added up, divided, multiplied. Oh, how does that have anything to do with what race you are? You know, in Africa, there's multiple races. You got Nigerians, you got Zimbabweans, I guess that's what they're called. But they're not the same race. They're the same color, but they're not the same race.
All become racist in a span of around 3 to 6 days. Then, of course, we have things such as breathing, because breathing requires for us to inhale a clear substance, and clear is obviously code word.
Yes, now they have officially colonized air. Just like the queers, me personally, I call them the fags. The LGBTQIA plus has taken every single color in the rainbow under the sun, and they've taken about a third of the alphabet. And they got the plus sign so they can keep adding BS.
It is a dog whistle for white, right? It is white adjacent, as we may say. So if you have to consume a white substance in order for you to live, definitely racist.
Good. Stop breathing. All of them need to quit breathing.
Today,
Anyone that believes
introduce
that,
ourselves to
stop
some of the
breathing.
newest discoveries, more specifically for this coming summer. As we step into summer, we definitely do not want to be racist. I mean, it's one thing to be racist in the wintertime, but summer,
woo, it's another story, bro.
That is not. That is what we're not going to do.
Is it racist when I get sunburned and get darker because I'm out in the sun? Is that racist because I'm trying to then be black? Because if that is the case, a lot of these white women and white men that are outside working or laying out in the sun for fun, they are just trying their hardest to be black.
So that being said, let's get into this video here.
You gonna kill me today,
As you
bro.
can see,
my bro, you gonna kill me today.
it is a strong, independent black woman who is going to teach us, because nobody else can do the job.
Thank you.
like
I'm glad you said that.
She can.
Didn't want the white man to have to point that out, because that would be racist.
Here's a list of words to help you decolonize your summer. And like with anything, our vocabulary evolves. It isn't about being woke, it's about elevating your vernacular to fit the times and the paradigm that we're in. Okay. So welcome.
Thank you.
First, stop saying picnic. Picnic originated from
picnic,
a N-word.
Is that picnic? Do I get to go picnic? Is that what you telling me? It ain't for sitting down eating somewhere out in the yard. It was for pick-a-nick. Get it? Don't you get it? Man, y'all better get it. Let me write this word down.
Like picnic? Is that what it was?
Let's get it.
Did you guys know that?
I did not know that, sir.
Picking a... So what are we going to do about our God, I can't say the word now.
I know.
What are we going to do about when we want to go outside and put a towel on the ground for some reason?
You're not allowed, sir. That towel is racist. That is something to do with Islam. That is something to do with Arabs. You can't use a blanket. You can't use a towel. Are you crazy?
Pretend that the grass ain't grassing. and the hay fever
So,
ain't fevering.
picnic.
What are we gonna do? You know, we want to bring out some security. What do we call that? Do we just call that like eating on a blanket outside? That might be not as catchy
But
as
you
picnic,
gotta use a lot of white
that might work.
words,
I'm
my
gonna write
man.
that down for later.
The
Yeah,
word
I dropped
picnic
mine down.
originated in the 1700s, but gained popularity once people enjoyed black people and spreading a nice charcuterie board along.
She did not bring charcuterie. I didn't know charcuterie was gonna make us. I swear to God, I haven't watched this video. I saw the first like 30 seconds, and I was like, yeah, we definitely.
Dude, you know how many times I've said that in his videos and other videos where it's like, I seriously ain't watched this. I didn't know someone was going to say exactly what I said. And he just said charcuterie board, which I haven't heard that word, geez, 20 years?
We need this level of education taking place within our own experiences, lived experiences. So yeah, I did not expect charcuterie to make its way in. Wow.
I know, and
Y'all
now
were
I'm
doing
learning.
charcuterie back then? Picking a nig and charcuterie? Charcuterie.
Picking
the
a knee.
trees as people were being lynched. Instead of using the word picnic,
What do we say?
why don't you use barbecue, outing? You can use
I thought barbecue would be more black, just as the way it said, but no. When I think barbecue, you're actually cooking outside. You're not sitting down eating. This is cooking outside. How are you going to call picnic a barbecue? A barbecue is a barbecue.
outdoor excursion.
Wait. I'm sorry, folks.
Now
I
he
gotta tell y'all,
pauses
quick
it.
story time. When I was, I think, a freshman, a sophomore in high school, I was told that the word barbecue, BBQ, actually came from cooking black people. But
I did not know that. I just happened to say barbecue sounded like it would be more of a racist word if you were trying to use it as a racist word, but I did not know it came from black people.
well, black folks getting burnt at the stake.
See, I didn't know that.
I'm not making this. I swear to God. I was told that barbecue sounds way worse, according to these made-up definitions. It sounds way worse than picnic. You know, picnic, like you picnic when you playing basketball at the local rec center, right? I want to pick. I'm a picnic every time. I'm sorry. I know
You
that's
ain't gonna pick a whitey? You can't pick a crack. Pick a crack.
You get it. You want to win? You got to pick.
You gotta pick a knee.
Got to pick a nick. Damn. So now barbecue.
What would we do without this lady giving us definitions? Please let me know. Aquarius, let me know.
We can't do barbecue.
Outing.
Outing.
You can
Outing.
use
Outing is good.
outdoor excursion, gathering.
How is outdoor excursion? That sounds like you're going through the Grand Canyon and like trying to find new things. An excursion is not sitting and eating. What are you talking about, lady? That's what the colonizers did. They went on excursions across the ocean to find new land. They were trying to find another way to India. That's why my indigenous people, the Cherokees, got called Indians. That's why they thought they were in India, but they wasn't. They was in America.
Nah, gathering sounds like some Ku Klux Klan type of
Yes,
shit.
it does, sir.
I don't think we can do gathering.
No, you don't want to gather.
Outing? That's like outing somebody. I think that might be offensive to the LGBTQNANIs and all them. Yeah.
You know how
the
it is,
alphabet
my
community
brother.
would not be a fan of outing.
My brother,
The last
you
thing
are
you do
on
is out
point.
anything.
Thank you.
Let them out themselves.
That's right.
Rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
Make it up.
Rendezvous sounds French to me. That's awfully white. Why would you, a woman of color, that is evidently racist?
Okay.
Just know that every time you use that word, you are perpetuating the history of lynching.
Oh, is that it?
Art. Oftentimes, folk.
Are you serious? You said that has got to do with lynching? Picnic has to do with lynching. The fuck are you talking about? Y'all had, like, we had black people just swinging from trees everywhere we went. Like every day was Christmas, and that was our ornaments. That's what you act like. Now look, my people were ran off this land. Cherokees had the Trail of Tears. Look it up. Yeah, a lot of them died on the Trail of Tears. They lost all their land. They were getting tricked with all the tomfoolery from the white men, which is also in my blood too. So I get to hate the people that came here, and I get to love the people that came here. You know what? Either way, I'm in the best country in the world, and if all that didn't happen, I wouldn't be here, because my ancestors would have never met each other, therefore would have never made one of my grandparents, and so forth. Y'all get what I'm saying. If everything didn't happen as it did, I would not be here, and neither would you.
Folk art is ethnic, ambiguous art.
I'm glad he thinks this is dumb as I think.
Is European, oftentimes
like rendezvous,
generated by Caucasians.
Like rendezvous.
So just keep that in mind when you are observing a beautiful piece of artwork.
Is it from Africa?
That there is no such thing as folk art.
Is it from Africa, that art? When did they have time to make all this art when they had to be swinging from trees in your eyes? How did they draw? Who gave them something to draw with? Who let them make folk art? I'm done pausing it. This one I ain't going to drag out. This one right here ain't going to bother me. I'm going to let my man here speak for me, because everybody's going to call me a racist.
All art.
All art is black?
Stop it.
All art's black, my brother.
There is art, and then there's dumbass trash that is labeled as art.
That's racist.
The banana.
That's racist.
Y'all know the banana?
Ooh, banana.
The banana
That's
with the
racist.
duct tape on it.
That's racist. Banana.
Dumb shit is art. Right? Step into the Louvre. That is art. Basquiat.
You see everything behind me? That's art. I made that. That is my art. You got me?
Art. To somebody.
Is racist.
Picasso, art. To somebody. Art is racist now?
Yeah, everything's racist.
Golly,
dude, it is getting so pathetic that everyone calls everything racist to where you can't even breathe. And the ones that are saying air is racist, do not breathe it. Just don't breathe. Please, you will do the entire world a favor, and you will get rid of racism if you stop breathing in that air.
See, that's one of my favorite words.
Next,
I'm a little artistic, you know what I mean?
Art.
That's one of my favorite words. That's damn. Okay, what's next?
Is fine art. Final thing, dark and light. And referring to
that's crackerish right there.
We are no. No.
Talk to him, my brother.
Such as myself, I do not accept being called dark.
What do you accept?
I am melanated. I am richly.
No, you are lightly challenged. You are challenged by the light. I guess you could say that. Yeah, you are lightly challenged.
Huge. I am dripping with melanation. That is how you should refer to.
You're also dripping with stupidity, by the way. Don't forget the stupidity. You are drenched in it. And where is your hairline at, my woman? You got a 6 head, dog. Fuck 4 is what you said. You said, I want people to see my eyebrows, but not see where my hair starts.
Dear white folks out there, the next time you see a black woman say, girl, you are dripping in melanation. To the fella.
Yeah, you trying to get your ass stomped by whoever the hell she's with if you say that to her. If you say you are dripping in melatonin. Really? You think a white person gonna go say that? Should I have my phone out and on this video so when they're beating my ass, I can show them why I said it? Get the out of here.
Fella specifically. Just tell that woman right there, tell her you are ripping melanation. It is just, the melanation is oozing up. I swear to God, you will have a baby mama.
I'm melanation challenged.
In 8 to 9 business months. I guarantee it. That you are just,
I'm serious. She's lightly challenged, and I'm melanin challenged. I'm challenged in the melanin. Yeah, I don't have any. She ain't got no light either.
Okay, we could substitute. We could do that.
Those with melanation. Do not use dark and light. Fair.
What's wrong with dark though?
And what's wrong with light? Light has nothing to do with you. Obviously. The only thing light about you is your shirt, your teeth, and your eyeballs. But me, I'm light compared to y'all. So what is racist with me saying light? I don't get that. I'm talking about my skin.
What's wrong with dark?
What's
if
wrong
you're
with
dark
light?
skinned, so I'm confused because
what are
I
you,
thought
sir?
it was about appreciating the entire spectrum, all hues, right? From the darkest of, I'm talking about 11:59 p.m. dark, all the way to
3 a.m.
dusk,
dark.
right? We want to appreciate the entire spectrum.
Gotcha.
But now we can't even use dark anymore.
No.
Again, the replacement is cold. Dripping of melanation? Okay.
That's a lot of words.
And dark is in reference to, obviously, Caucasian skin.
Is anybody who's following this lady? Please just deactivate yourself.
And automatically presumed good. And dark is presumed bad. You see.
Would you rather live somewhere where it's dark, or would you rather live somewhere where it's light? Obviously, you, with all that light shining in on your face, you're somewhere where it's light. I think you need to move to the dark. Not saying all dark, but are you safe?
See this in a lot of Disney movies. The villain is often of more melanated hue.
Okay, so you mean like Snow White, the evil queen, whatever. She was white as hell. She was not dark. She wore dark clothing. This is crazy, you guys.
Time to move away from.
This is an absolute.
Now Disney's in trouble.
Mythos. Disney?
Disney, my man.
Disney.
Disney.
Woke ass Disney.
Yeah. That woke ass dyke lesbian everything.
The movies I've seen in the last like 20 to 30 years, it seems like
joke.
every single one of the villains, super villains, is a white guy.
Exactly. They're a straight white male. And all the good people that used to be men are now females from different countries all around the world other than white, because they're trying to push a point to somebody, which is so dumb. They're losing billions of dollars, and I love it. What happened?
Almost.
There we go.
Almost. But here's the thing with the dark and light. All seriousness, guys. The idea and the concept of dark and light has to do with physical light, right? Things that are happening in the dark, or the absence, quote unquote, of light.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are usually connotated with bad or evil because it is like the unseen realm, right? Things that are happening in the shadows. And then in the light is being exposed to light, where you can see the things. They're exposed for what they truly are. That's why with the truth, we speak of bringing things from the darkness to the light. Now, whoever took that offensively about their own skin or whatever it is,
that's they're looking
that's
too deep
relatively
into it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the Darth Vader thing was a race thing after all. Maybe the reason why he has a black costume is because racism. By the way, created by a man who's married to a black woman. Racism. Yeah. So that was the third. Okay. Do I have anything else?
This colorism blind spot of referring to black people as dark and as light. This has a connotation of good and bad. We are melanated. We are hued, richly pigmented people. Dark. There is no such thing as dark humor. There is humor that is more opaque and humor that is more transparent, has levity. This is just...
Wait, so now you can't say dark humor? Okay, look, dark art. Dark picnic art. How about that? I'm sorry, folks. This is exactly why this level of racial division is taking place. This is why. This is why. When do we become so damn fragile? Dark. You lucky they're not calling you something else. Dark? Light? I mean, light-skinned is even an insult in some circles, which is really unfortunate that any of it is. You know, there's a lot of colorism, and guess who's most guilty of it is quote-unquote black folk. Mm-hmm. By the way, you might want to get rid of black if you're afraid of the dark label.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
The black thing, like the FBA, Foundational Black American, since we're not doing dark anymore, we can't do black because
I haven't heard of the FBA before. That's new to me. Anyhow,
black
let's finish
is
this
the
up.
epitome of darkness.
There is humor that is more opaque and humor that is more transparent.
You making it up.
Has levity.
Transparent.
This is just an...
Man. So Seinfeld is a transparent comedian. Not because he is... I can't say light. Can I say white? Not because he is other than opaque. There is opaque. Okay, so let me see. Like Ricky Gervais is an opaque comedian, right? Jimmy Carr, opaque. Though they are of the other, they're of the lighter hue. Oh shit! I said light. I'm sorry. Damn it! I'm really trying to apply these now. Okay.
Sir, you are not doing
Jimmy
very
Carr,
well.
opaque.
You know, that's one thing that's always killed me, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this here in a second. I got someone coming by with stuff, but anyway, words are not the problem. It's the actions. You can throw all the words out there you want. If you don't act on them, and if you don't push it, you're not racist. But words cannot be racist. You know the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never ever hurt me. Y'all need to go back to that.
Right? I don't know, Steve Martin. Opaque. Chris Rock. See, if I use opaque there, that's kind of racist. Oh, damn.
Exercise of evolving and maturing your vocabulary. We oftentimes think that just because we grew up saying a word or doing a certain thing.
You know, I like how she thinks she's on the moral high ground, preaching this out to young or new people. Meanwhile, she thinks she's sitting on her throne and can say whatever the fuck she wants. That is one of the things that has went wrong with this world, is cell phones and cameras. Because people all think they are the star of the damn movie, and they're not. I promise you, you're not. I'm not. I'm on camera right now. But I'm doing this just to show y'all what I think about the world. It's not about me, though.
Habituating ourselves to certain language, that it is okay. But once we begin to pull the thread of the history, the etymology
like
of the word, we understand that that word does not resonate with who we're becoming. Who are you becoming?
What are you
Someone
talking
who is
about?
knowledgeable.
I'm becoming an idiot.
Yes. Thank you.
The more I listen to this, the more I become smooth-brained.
Yes. Thank you. I'm glad you said it.
Non-functional.
If I said it, though, it'd be racist.
I feel dumber every time. But
yes,
I do it for
I
you.
killed off brain cells
I do it
myself.
for
My
me.
brother. My brother.
I don't do it for me. I do it for sanity.
Appreciate
You guys for tuning in. Now, if you like to...
All right, guys, that is the end of this one. That was pretty good. Me and him clicked up pretty damn good. We said about the same things. Anyhow, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me know what you would like for me to react to, and I will hop right on it. Y'all have a blessed one. Take it easy, and I will see you